Our story starts in September of 1991 when a single mom, born in New Orleans, Louisiana, and raised in Oakland, California, after serving her country for 10 years in the United States Army, ends up in Dallas, Texas, who answers a temporary employment ad in the newspaper at a company called Oriental Gasket and Packing Company. This person has been around for years and traveled the world extensively and dealt with many different foreign nationals, has never really worked for a group of Orientals, and has some concerns about responding to this ad request. When she then finds out it's only a name of a company and not of a group of people who run a company, she's more at ease. Paulette came to work at Oriental Gasket in 1991 as a temporary, working out in the shop, doing odd jobs in the shop, sweeping up, picking parts, tasks to support the die cutting operations in the shop area. And after several years, she worked her way up to a press operator, and then after several years of that, worked into a part-time press operator and part-time shop office worker. In 1991, it was a fairly busy year. It was the end of the Cold War and the beginning of the Gulf Action Desert Storm. Our president, George Bush, the first George Bush, was in control of the country at that time. In the NFL, the New York Giants won the Super Bowl in 1991. The Minnesota Twins were the champions of the World Series in 1991, and the Pittsburgh Penguins won the National Hockey Trophy, the Stanley Cup. The minimum wage in the United States in 1991 was $4.25. A gallon of gas cost $1.21. A dozen eggs cost 85 cents, and a pound of bacon was $1.95. The top grossing movie in 1991 was Disney's Beauty and the Beast, and the #1 song was Bryan Adams' I Do It For You. Yeah! Now back to our subject. Okay, it's September of 1991 when Paulette Brown first comes to Oriental Gasket and Packing Company. At the time, we were located at 10216 Denton Drive. Paulette responded to a temporary employment ad to come to Oriental Gasket for work.
I remember she started in the shop, and I believe in 1991. And back when my hair was dark and my waist was thinner.
She started off doing small tasks to support the die cutting operation. She was picking parts, cleaning up around the presses, and working on assembly projects.
In 1990, believe it or not, we were cutting asbestos, and the government wasn't ruling it much as far as the regulations on it. We had asbestos packing and Teflon packing. I remember going back in the shop and with Paulette's help and sometimes different die cutting parts out of asbestos sheet. And
after some time doing this, she became a permanent employee and worked her way up to a full-fledged press operator.
I started with Oriental back in 1994. Yes, that's when I met Paulette. And she was what they call a dancing press operator. And that was by Mr. Dewey Traster, our plant manager then, because she was always happy and hip-hop and dancing around, you know, making everybody laugh, and kind of stuck with her. And then Swanson came along and liked her personality and her attitude and asked her to come to the front office to be our receptionist. And that was pretty good because she had such a sunny disposition that when she answers the phone, I mean, it just makes everybody's day brighter. We had customers that would call and say, oh my God, you know, I was having a bad day, but once I called her and just the good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is she said, changed their whole outlook on that day.
She moved from the shop to the front desk, Once she moved to the front desk, then yeah, she had to take on all the customers and understand it. But she had worked in Army recruiting, so she had some of that background. She had that background that, you know, dealing with people and everything.
She's done many tasks here. She's helped out with human resources. She's helped out with invoicing and accounting. She's helped out with payroll. She's done many tasks and worn many hats for this company, as well as being a translator for some of the Spanish-speaking ladies to help them get documents notarized and sent in, and help them with faxes and things like that. So she's been a very thorough and very complete person with a lot of jobs and wearing a lot of hats here.
Oh, back in 1990, you know, we were changing in those years, going from Oriental Gasket into Press Cut Industries. We had a lot of money situations, let's just put it like that. And so during those times, we had to have some thick skins, is the best way to put it, because we got all kind of calls. We got all, why can't you do this? Why can't? And primarily it's because we couldn't get materials, or it was, you know, just constrained by money, COD, CIA, and all that. And I know that Paulette had to deal with a lot of that on the telephone. So you have to come to work with the understanding of this may not be a perfect day, but let's just make the best of it.
What I know about Paulette is so much that she was in the military. She started out as a recruiter at a very young age. She went to the military, I think she said right out of high school, 18 years old. She enlisted, and she stayed in there for probably about 10, 15 years or so. And that's when she ended up having her baby and she got out.
She worked in the Army as a recruiter. She learned how to work with people and treat them the way they deserve to be treated. And genuinely, again, she's just a good person.
She came from California, and she came to Dallas, and she had her son here, and she's been a single mother, so I know she's had it hard, but she's always been a strong person. And she's always bounced back up, you know, and been able to take care of them.
You know, she was a single mom, and so she always had situations, but you know what I always liked was, even though she ran into some pretty tough situations, she has always come to work and would always say, well, we'll just make the best of it, you know, and sometimes life's tough, and we all understand that, but Paulette was a real trooper in that, so I always really prided her in thinking about her like that.
She takes on a lot of tasks, and she does it without a lot of help, so yeah, an amazing lady.
And so over the years, I've seen her amorphosize out of just being a receptionist onto, yeah, give me more, give me more, give me more. And you know, you can't say that about everyone. Some people says, that's not what I do, that's not my job title, you know, so I always appreciated Paulette in that she said, whatever I can do to help, I'm willing to try to do that.
Her mood at work never seems to change. Her attitude is always happy and willing to help anybody do anything.
Jake came along a couple years later as a 15-year-old helper. His mom worked in our office, and he came like on the weekends or in the summertime and worked out that way, and he's still here, you know, and so he's stuck with it too.
I started working at the gun company in 2002, and I was working during the summers, probably for 4 or 5 years leading up to that, in the late 90s, when I was in high school. When I started working here, Paulette was in accounts payable, and just kind of the receptionist. She answered the phone. That was mostly what she was doing, and just kind of being an office assistant for everybody that worked up in the cubicles and in the sales department.
Paulette and mine's relationship has always been one of support. We're similar ages. We have similar backgrounds. We lived in the same areas. And she's always been there for me, whether it's a sounding board or to listen to the problems I'm having, helping me with work, helping me find invoices and POs so that I can do the research that I have to do to complete my job. Whatever the task, whatever I need, Paulette has always been there for me as a good friend and a co-worker.
She's very caring, very affectionate. She creates connections with everybody that she comes into contact with meaningful connections. She's the type of person that when she asks you how you're doing in the morning, she's not just doing it because that's the social construct. She literally wants to know how you're doing that morning. And she cares about you, and she's going to tell you how she's doing that morning. And so she expects that in return. She makes connections with people. That's what she does.
Probably her biggest achievement, I guess, in life is just the character that she has, the personality she has, no matter what kind of day that she's had before work, after work, the things she's dealing with or whatever, she never let it get to her. If she did, she never really let those emotions out. She's always been a caring person and always caring about the other person than herself. She's very unselfish. She's always cared about her family and her co-workers, her child, now grown man.
I think the thing I'll miss most is having someone that of my generation that talks about the things that are meaningful to me, who can look back on historical facts and has a great knowledge of sports and history. Paulette and I, over the last 5 or 6 years, have become closer and closer just because we're the same age, or similar ages and same generation. So I'll miss having that person that I can talk to about those things. Paulette's the one who most identifies with the things that are important in my life.
I've known Paulette for going on 20 years now, so it's kind of changed over 20 years, but we've always chatted and talked about music, pop culture, local sports teams. A lot of music, though. She's the reason I first bought the Off the Wall album in the late 90s and started getting into Michael Jackson. It was from talking to Paulette and listening to what her favorite songs were and just learning about a different type of music that I wasn't currently listening to. And I like to feel like I've kind of shared some of the things that I like in music back, and we've kind of gone back and forth with that over the years.
You know, when I think of Paulette, one of the things that we always laughed about when we had the holidays, when we had dress-up days and things like that, she was a big encourager in that. And I know that through the years, when I tried to dress up, she'd always make a big deal out of it. And it really made me feel good because, you know, when you try to do something unusual and everything, and Paulette was just really one of those people that built people up. When everybody dressed up, she always would go out and really make a big deal out of it. And I thought that really helped the camaraderie of the company. And she was always there and dressed up and everything. And it just, you know, picked up everybody's spirits during those time periods.
She was always having something nice to say, something funny. You know, I'd be in a bad mood or something. She'll come, "Oh, Marie, you know, it'll be okay. Let's go get a bite to eat or something, you know." And she'd pick me up, and I think I would pick her up too. We would talk to each other because we really didn't have anybody outside to talk about family stuff, you know, or work, and we got really close that way. All my family knows her, you know, and the little family she has, I know her son and her granddaughter. So, like I said, I feel like family with her, and it's kind of hurting that she's leaving, but we all have to, you know, let life run its course.
What I like about Paulette was her friendliness, her willing to help you, just really her personality. Her personality as far as she didn't seem to be frustrated when you come in about things. She'd just say, "Well, let's see what we can do about it." And that's what I like about people, you know, people that are willing to help, even if they don't maybe be in the area of their expertise. They still say, "Well, let's see what I can do." And you know, that's one thing that I always admired in Paulette.
She never, ever didn't offer to help with the people that she works with. She's always got a great attitude. She always understands what's going on, and she tries to be there for both the people here and our customers, and to do whatever she can to assist them. Paulette, again, has meant so much to this company and so much to the employees over the years with her attitude, her willingness to take on any task, and to do the best she could with it.
Paulette, I remember Paulette when the first day I walked in here to have an interview, and she greeted me. She was all smiles, and I thought, this is going to be a great place to work. And then I met Jordan. But I remember the smiles, and I particularly like being called Pumpkin. And her sense of humor is just awesome. And I remember not long ago, Paulette saying, when a door closes, a window opens. And I think this is her opportunity to really have a good time with her granddaughter and her family.
Oh my God, Paulette has all these funny names for everybody. She calls everybody Pumpkin. Pumpkin. Hey, Pumpkin this, Pumpkin that. And I mean, everybody you see, that's who she calls, and it was just so funny.
Called me Kiddo, she called me Pumpkin. I like Pumpkin. Pumpkin's a sweet one. She calls me Pumpkin a lot. That's a cool one.
Or Tiff, Kiddo.
Slim. The new one is Cool Breeze with the Halloween costume.
You call me Tone or Tony.
Pumpkin. You just call me Pumpkin all the time.
Probably my favorite thing about Paulette is she always greets me every morning. Like as soon as she notices me, hey kiddo! So that's always really great. I'm gonna miss that.
One of the great things about Paulette is that she would always greet us every morning. She'd always be upbeat and cheerful, and that would kind of pass on to everybody else throughout the day.
I think that one thing that will always resonate with me about Paulette is whenever we have little dance parties on my break. That happens a couple of times, and that's really fun because she'll have her music going, and I've come over there and listened to some of the stuff, and she listens to a lot of the same music that I do. So I'll come over and be like, yes girl, this song. And she's like, that's right, you understand. We have like a little dance party, and that's always really fun. That's one of the best little things I know about Paulette, that she always has little dance parties with me. It's cool.
Paulette, it's been an honor being able to put this video together for you. Over the past couple of months, I've listened to dozens of stories and heard a lot of things about you that have been really inspiring. Your ability to connect with people and create those relationships is something that I really admire. We're going to miss you a bunch. I wish you the best of luck.
Paulette, muchas gracias por tu sonrisa y por siempre decirnos buenos días siempre que llegas y por estar siempre de buen humor. Que te la pases bien y te vamos a extrañar mucho.
Paulette, I know we haven't gotten to really know each other very well because I haven't been around very long. But what I have been able to see and get to know you is the fact that you have an amazing attitude and an amazing spirit, and you will be missed greatly. And I wish you all the best in all of your future endeavors.
Paulette, congratulations on reaching retirement. We're really gonna miss you, and we love you.
Paulette. Bueno, aquí estamos las M&M's para decirle que pues la vamos a extrañar. Todos los días en la mañana que nos decía M&M's, y esperamos que le vaya muy bien.
Las M&M's la van a extrañar. Le queremos agradecer la buena persona que ha sido con nosotros, nos ha ayudado en algún papel que necesitamos. La vamos a extrañar muchísimo en las mañanas que llegamos o que llega usted. Y nada, desearle buen retiro. Es todo. La vamos a extrañar mucho y la queremos. Que Dios la bendiga.
Paulette, it was really nice to meet you. I wish we got to know each other better, but I really hope that you have the best retirement and have a really fun time no matter what you end up doing, and get to spend time with your granddaughter, and maybe eventually we'll get to take the kids out or do something like that. But I do hope you have fun and we stay in touch.
Paulette, it's been a pleasure. Just wanted to say congratulations and enjoy your time.
Le quiero decir a Paulette que la voy a extrañar porque ella siempre venía en las mañanas. Good morning everybody. La vamos a extrañar mucho.
Even though I always seem like I have an expressionless face,
it always puts a good smile on my face when you say hi to me every morning. I appreciate that, and I just want to wish you the best of luck on your retirement, and hopefully keep thinking of us.
Hi Paulette. Well, since you're leaving, this is my goodbye message to you. I do hope, I wish you the very best in everything you do after you leave the company. We will miss you, and the short time that I did know you, you were amazing. You're just a cheerful person, and we are all grateful for you.
Hey Paulette, I've known you a couple months, and I know you love the Chiefs, but I don't hold it against you. I wish you well, and I hope you have a great time out there.
Man, Paulette, I hate to see you leave, man. You know, we had a lot of conversations in the past. It was good talk. I love working with you. You're a very pleasant person to work with, man. I hate to see you go, but you know what? It's gonna be good because you don't have to come here and work. You're gonna be at home chilling with your grandkids, eating collard greens, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be an awesome time, man. So congratulations, you suffered this long. No, I'm joking. You've lasted this long, man. You did a good job. We love working with you. So, man, just keep your head up, keep smiling, enjoy life, and it gets better from here. So we love you. We will miss you, no doubt.
Paulette, gracias por ser una gran compañera. Te vamos a extrañar. Solamente quisiera desearte lo mejor y que ojalá no te olvides de nosotros.
It was nice knowing you, Paulette. Hope everything goes well for you. And I want to thank you for everything you've helped me with. All this time I came to you for advice and everything. It's going to be sad seeing you go. Hopefully we see you in the future. You come visit us. Everything else. Thank you for everything. Hope everything goes well for you. We will miss you.
Hey Paulette, I just want to say that I'm going to miss you a lot whenever you leave. Every day that I come into work, you greet me with a smile, and that's definitely something that has not gone unnoticed, and I really appreciate it, and I'm going to miss that every day that you're gone. But I wish you the best on all the future endeavors that you have planned for yourself. We're going to miss you.
Paulette, quiero decirte gracias por todas las sonrisas que me regalaste. Quiero desearte lo mejor de la vida. Que Dios te bendiga siempre. Fue un honor haber conocido a una persona como tú, que siempre tenía una sonrisa en su cara a pesar de lo que pasara. Siempre estuviste ahí. Gracias, Paulette. Buena suerte y pues te vamos a extrañar. Paulette, it's been a lot of fun working with you. I'm glad we had the time that we had together. I enjoyed your stories, and I enjoyed just talking to you and learning from you. So thank you.
What she said.
Paulette, it's always great coming in the mornings and seeing you. Even just our short conversations keeps me in a good mood and upbeat. I'm really going to miss seeing you every morning. I wish you the best in everything you go from here.
Hey Miss P, I'm really going to miss our conversations about sports in the morning during my break. I'm really going to miss your good morning and your birthday shout outs over the intercom. It's been awesome working with you. You're such a wonderful person, and it's really sad to see you go, but I wish you all the best in retirement.
Hola Paulette, muchas gracias por compartir el tiempo conmigo en todos estos años de trabajar para la compañía cerca. Gracias por el apoyo, gracias porque aprendí de ti y disfruta tu retiro. Thank you.
Paulette, we've known each other for 10 years. I wish you the best in your retirement. Go kick some ass in some dominoes and drink those margaritas.
Paulette, I really wish you the best of luck, and I hope that we hear back from you often, and I'm a little jealous. I really am. No, really, best of luck to you, Paulette. We love you.
Paulette, on your overall retirement, I definitely want to say it's been a pleasure working with you. Nothing but the best wishes for you and your family. Enjoy your time away from work. You earned it. Enjoy your granddaughter and your family now. It's one of those times in your life that you definitely deserve it. And again, it's been a pleasure and nothing but the best.
Hola Paulette, yo te quiero dar las gracias hoy que sé que ya te retiras. Te deseo que donde quiera que te vayas, que Dios te bendiga. Gracias por toda la ayuda que me diste. Gracias por tu sonrisa. Gracias por todo como tú eres. Y Ay, te voy a extrañar, pero yo le pido a Dios que donde quiera que tú vayas, Él vaya contigo y que estés siempre bien, llena de bendiciones, en compañía de tu nieta y tu hijo. Te deseo toda la felicidad del mundo, Paulette, y ya sabes, te queremos.
Paulette, I would, first of all, it'd be hard to say goodbye to you. Hopefully you'll call in every once in a while and ask and see how everything is going, and we certainly want to know how you're doing. You know, it'd be fun every once in a while just to hear, hey Pumpkin, how you doing? But, you know, you've always been very caring about everybody, and I wish you the best. As I said, our children were not even in elementary when you first started to work, and now they're grown and have their own families, and just a lot of water under the bridge through the years. And there's been some good times and bad times through our employment, but hopefully yours is on the good now, and you'll do well. And I wish you the best, and stay in touch with us. Call every once in a while and harass us and let us know how much you're resting and sitting around the house.
Paulette, this is hard because I really didn't know what I was going to say to you. I just want to say it's been nice working with you and knowing you, and I'm going to keep knowing you. I'm not going to give up on you. I'm going to be in contact, and I just want to say, you know, I wish you the best, and I know you're going to come out okay. You know, change is good. You just got to let it take its course and let God take it, and you're going to be fine. I don't want to say bye. I'm just going to say till next time, because bye is so definite, and I know this is not going to be a goodbye. It's just going to be goodbye here, but it won't be a goodbye outside. So you know where I am, you know where I live, so you better call me. And I love you, Paulette, just like a sister, you know that.
Paulette, I just wanted to let you know that I really think a lot of you. I know that life has not always been real easy, but I always appreciated your smile. I always appreciated your goodness, your heart, and how you was willing to help people. I do wish you the very, very best, and I just hope life gives you the happiness, the joy, and the love that you so richly deserve.
All right, Paulette, I've known you for a very long time, pretty much my entire adult life, and you've always been a very good friend and someone that I always felt like I could talk to. And just hearing your greetings in the morning and seeing your smiling face every day is going to be something that's going to be truly missed around here. And I just wish you peace and happiness as you go into the next chapter of your life. I hope everything just goes really well for you. And I'm not always the best at staying connected with people, but I would like to stay in touch as much as we can. So we'll miss you.
Paulette, I just want to say before this is over, you're a really good friend. I'm going to miss you terribly. I'm going to miss having a person of the same era that I can talk to, who understands the things that are important to people of our age. And I'm going to miss having your cheery personality here at the office every day. I wish you the very best of luck. I love you, and please don't become a stranger. We'd like to hear from you from time to time.
That is awesome.
You know, I'll tell you who I'd like to talk about for a minute, and that's Jordan. You know, I just think he is the coolest person I know, hands down. He is the best boss I've ever had, just the best. Never gets upset about late shipments. He's always in a good mood. Just a real stand-up guy. You know, I think he should run for president. I do. He has my vote. He has my vote for sure.
We demand $15 million.
Or you'll never see us again. No, this is my first time. I don't know. You'll never see them again. Take 17.
All right. Alright.
Like the first week that I was here, we sang a lot together, and then somebody said something. I think it was more the volume. Can't help that.
Always been great coming in the mornings and seeing you there. Really gonna be missing you, having to see you every morning, and coming in every morning and seeing you, really gonna be missing you.
Who, me? Why? This isn't about me. Is it? Am I leaving and I don't know yet? Holy sh! Are we going to have to like reset up all this crap every time? No. Oh, okay. Well, okay.